Hi. So today is 14th of June. In the morning, we had a huge sell-off because of the Adani sentiments and other global cues, and as a result of which, I'm making this video after market on 14th of June. This will be a two-series video. This series will cover some 5, 10, 20, 15, or at least 10 stocks which are in my radar. The whole purpose of this video is to understand that out of all the 150 FNO, 150 plus FNO counters which we have, which of the counters were able to sustain and were able to recover from the dip which happened in the morning. और ये वीडियो में हम लोग वही देखेंगे कि हम 10-12 कंपनीज एफएनओ में जो मैं सिलेक्ट किया हूँ, और मैं ऐसे भी कुछ कंपनीज का नाम बोलूँगा जिसमें मैं ट्रेड नहीं करता, लेकिन उन्होंने भी बहुत अच्छे से रिकवरी दिखाई है, और मे बी ऐसे भी सिचुएशंस है जिसमें हम देखेंगे कि इसमें डिप आई ही नहीं. सो दीज आर वेरी स्ट्रॉन्ग काउंटर्स एंड द ओनली रीज़न स्टॉपिंग देम, और इनको जस्ट मार्केट सेंटिमेंट की वजह से ही ये अभी शॉर्ट टर्म में रुकी हुई है, एंड विथ मोर मार्केट sentiments being bad or at least neutral for the next 2 days at least, मुझे 15-16 इस टाइम फ्रेम में ऐसा नहीं लगता है कि मार्केट बहुत तेज़ी से भागेगी. But again, I'm no one to comment, and you should always consult your financial advisor for any investment and trading related queries. आप अपने फाइनेंशियल एडवाइजर से बात करके ही ट्रेडिंग में इन्वेस्टमेंट करें. सुबह का जो मैं मार्केट वॉच किया था वो आपको अपर राइट कॉर्नर में मिल जाएगा. यू विल फाइंड द मार्केट वॉच विच आई डू ड्यूरिंग मार्केट आवर्स. आई डू नॉर्मली थ्राइस, नॉर्मली at 10:30, 12:30. In the 10:30 is for the first session, 12:30 is for the mid session, and then towards 2:30 just before 1 hour before closing वहाँ पे मैं करता हूँ. लेकिन आज मैं since the market was falling and I wanted to have some pointers to understand कि market में क्या weakness है, in order to understand this, and then I ran some scanners and I have analyzed all the data. और उसमें से मुझे कुछ कंपनीज बहुत अच्छी लगी जो अदर ये जो डिप आई थी मॉर्निंग में निफ्टी, और उसको अदर वो सस्टेन की, और अदर वो रिकवर की. सो no matter what, in the future I would say that these are the a list of some 7, 8, 9, 10 counters in the FNO space which would be in my radar. So let's start. And one of the things one of the very first companies which actually did a marvelous run very lately is Torrent Pharma. So you can see this was on 14th. So that's actually today. So here you can see this is how it looks like. The advantage of so basically, as everyone in this trading community knows, that whenever there is a weakness in Nifty, then people automatically shift to defensive sectors. निफ्टी में जब भी कोई वीकनेस आती है तो जनरल इन्वेस्टर्स और ट्रेडर्स तब डिफेंसिव सेक्टर्स में चली जाती है. एंड वी हैव थ्री sectors like that. One is IT, the second is pharma, and the third is FMCG. सो आज मैं वही देखा कि जितने भी फार्मा कंपनीज़ हैं विच आर लिस्टेड इन FNO, उनमें से मुझे ये टोरेंट फार्मा बहुत अच्छी लगी. लेकिन अनफॉर्चुनेटली मैं सुबह में बहुत बिजी था इन डिफरेंट काउंटर्स, एंड हेंस मैं 11 बजे जब टोरेंट फार्मा मेरी नज़र में आई, सो द मूव वाज ऑलरेडी रन. But I think going forward this would be one of the very good counters. और आप देख सकते हो ये सुबह यहाँ पे round about 9 ये खुली थी, and immediately it reversed. It took a very good support at 2840 and now it's at 2981. This was also true for Dr. Reddy जो मैं 2 दिन पहले भी ट्वीट किया था, and it actually made an all-time high today. So Torrent Pharma is also one of the companies which I think you should keep in your radar, and it's a very, as you can see, this is on a monthly chart and it's very near its all-time high, and I'm pretty sure this is going to give you a very good return in the very short term. और अगर आप hourly chart देखो, so you can see these are all diminishing candle sizes, which means that it's all ready to give a nice run, and I won't be surprised if 3000 levels are breached in the next 1 or 2 sessions, or at least in a very short time. Or these moves are also accompanied with volume, so this counter looks really good. I would be really wanting to have some dip around about 2950 levels, 2940 levels. अगर यहाँ पे डिप आई सो मैं डेफिनेटली इसमें सिप करूँगा एंड आई वोंट बी थिंकिंग मच about this counter कि यहाँ मैं फंस रहा हूँ. I'm pretty sure the way it behaved today, I'm pretty sure that even if it dips and it comes to us 2900, that actually means it's giving late it's giving people to do late entry or to re-enter or to increase their position size. So Torrent Pharma is definitely looking really good for me, and this would be one of the stocks which I would be very much interested to see how it works in the very short term. सेकंड जो कंपनी है जो मैं एनालाइज नहीं करता हूँ और उसमें मैं ट्रेड नहीं लेता हूँ क्योंकि मुझे वो कंपनी बहुत ही ऑपरेटर मोटिवेटेड लगती है, एंड दैट्स इंडिया बुल हाउसिंग फाइनेंस. But even if you open the charts of Indian Bull Housing Finance, that company also is looking very good. The third company also which I don't trade in is AU Bank. That is AU Small Finance Bank company, and this has been running a lot. ये मेरे radar में भी आती हैं, लेकिन unfortunately maybe it's a good company, maybe it's a bad one, I don't know, but normally I don't अगर मुझे फाइनेंस में करनी होती है, आई हैव अ लॉट ऑफ अदर फाइनेंशियल कंपनीज जिसमें मैं ट्रेड या पोजीशंस बनाता हूँ. फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ़ यू वांट टू मेक अ पोजीशन इन फाइनेंस, जस्ट गो फॉर बजाज फाइनेंस विच मेड इट्स ऑल टाइम हाई टुडे, एंड यू हैव मेनी अदर फाइनेंशियल कंपनीज जहाँ पे मैं करता हूँ और मैं ट्वीट भी किया हूँ. एक वन ऑफ देम वाज MFSL. आई थिंक MFSL क्लोज्ड अराउंड अबाउट 1000 टुडे with a small dip, so that might be a very good level for me to think about if it reverses from there. और मेरी जो थर्ड कंपनी होगी, so I am not going to show you the charts of India Bull Housing Finance and AU Bank. The second company is the Godrej Consumer Products. This is the company जिसके बारे में मैं ट्वीट भी किया था, आज इंट्राडे प्रॉफिट भी बुक किया मैंने, and this was a breakout analysis which was done. You will find this video in my channel or in the upper right corner. अगर आपको नहीं मिली तो आप बताना. और basically this is going for the targets which I see, so it's going up, and today's dip was not able to break the sentiment. So ये एक बहुत ही खासियत होती है कि ये कंपनी जो थी after a long consolidation, it gave a breakout last session where it went for 905 and then it closed below 900. अगर आप मेरा गोदरेज JCP गोदरेज कंज्यूमर प्रोडक्ट्स के 2-3 वीडियोस बनाए थे वेर आई वॉज एक्सप्लिसिटली टोल्ड यू वेयर टू बुक प्रॉफिट्स, यू रिमेंबर, एंड हाउ वी बुक प्रॉफिट्स, एंड देन वी वर वेटिंग फॉर सम लेवल्स टू गेट broken. They were broken today. It was trading around about 907 where I entered, and at 929 I booked out my intraday profits. Why is just because I really didn't see much of a breakout move today, because the sentiment was bad and anything could have happened and it could have reversed. But going forward, since it was able to maintain its breakout position, I think this is also one of the strongest. It looks like it looks like one of the strongest counters. और इसके targets क्या होंगे, which is I've already discussed in an earlier video. So have a look over there. I'm not going to discuss it right over here. The third company जिसमें मैं actually आज position लिया, उसका मैं tweet भी किया था, and I'm still carrying the position and I'm happy if I have to sit in loss, is Muthoot Finance, and this is exactly the reason. So ये मैं करीबन so this is an hourly chart. So this was the breakout I was waiting for, and then it dipped, and now it's consolidating between 1500 and 1510. It went to 1512. But no matter what, I think this is, as you can see, this had a huge good run, and then it consolidated, and now it's trying to give a breakout from here. I think more strength. So the 52 all-time high is at 1550 levels, and I think if 1525 is breached in the very short term, it will go for new 52-week high, which should be around about 1600 levels. So Muthoot Finance is again one of the counters. As you can see today, there was no sign of weakness. It started with a red in the first bar of the hour, and then it actually took a support, and then it reversed. This was also a pattern which I saw in Naukri, and if you want, you should be watching the Naukri video which I made yesterday. So there were 4 mid-cap IT companies where I analyzed yesterday, and Naukri had the similar pattern, and we were actually able to take trades. One of the why I was so much enthusiastic and why मुझे इतनी इंटरेस्ट थी कि यहाँ पे मल्टीपल टाइम्स ये टच कर करके इसको वैलिडेट कर रही थी कि this is going to get broken soon, and this is exactly what happened. ये मुझे 11:30-12 बजे टाइप्स हुआ था, और तब मैंने ट्वीट भी किया था कि मुथूट फाइनेंस इज वन ऑफ द कंपनीज विच शुड बी इन योर रेडार, एंड दैट्स एक्जैक्टली व्हाट हैपेंड. देन इट वाज ट्रेडिंग अराउंड अबाउट 1580, 85, 90 रीजन्स, एंड वहाँ से वो अभी इस तरह से कंसोलिडेट कर रहा है. इट डजेंट मैटर बिकॉज आई एम मोर इंटरेस्टेड इन मूव्स लाइक दिस इन शॉर्ट टर्म rather than or even something like this would be good, because here you see this is exactly the type of moves which can give you a good return in short time. So Muthoot Finance is my third company which I discussed over here. The fourth company which I'm looking for is Amaraja Battery, and you see this the same pattern which so this is on a daily chart. You can see, and Amaraja Battery had a very good run towards January and from last year, and then there were multiple instances you see where it has tried to breach this particular line, but it never has been able to. And the day it does, or the day it actually retests, this is the day when Nifty was weak. So theoretically going forward, I think this is one of the very good companies generally. But again, that's my just opinion. Going forward, I can very easily see levels of 820, between 820 and 815 to be reached. I can really very much be interested in taking a trade like this. From here perspective, I can say that it made a high of 770s or something. So I think once a 780 is taken out, it would try to go up, and this is one of the companies which I think might break this resistance line this time. Even if it doesn't, then we are not in a problem, because you can you can see from a monthly chart that this is very much near the support region for this earlier breakout which happened. So and this is the first time you can see that in the monthly basis. I mean, the month is still ongoing, but at least it's trying to give a positive closing, and today is one of those days where it actually did that. And the thing which you have to understand is today was this is on a daily chart, so over a period of so many candles they were all red, and then today with the Nifty being weak, it still took support round about in 750 regions, and is now trying to breach. So this is the fourth company, Amaraja Battery. The fifth company, which I won't discuss because I've already discussed this earlier and my targets are still intact, and it made an all-time high today, is ICICI Prudential. I made a video about the health this insurance sector last weekend, where I discussed explicitly about my positions in ICICI Prudential, ICICI Lombard, HDFC Life. So we already had a run in HDFC Life, but it got fizzled out. वो रन ज़्यादा दूर तक टिकी नहीं, लेकिन फिर भी हमें कुछ हम लोग 670-72 से 690 तक गए. So 20 रुपये तक आ गया, which is like 3% in over a period of 3-4 days. लेकिन ICICI Prudential is another company जो अभी all time high पे है, और if a company is making an all time high at a day when Nifty is weak, it shows a lot of strength. The second company which I'm interested in is ICICI Lombard. That's ICICI GI, और उसमें भी मैं positions आज बनाने की कोशिश कर रहा था, और कुछ इंट्राडे ट्रेड्स भी लिए, but they were all small trades. But unfortunately my levels didn't get triggered, so I didn't enter the trade. But definitely ICICI GI is also one of the companies जो मेरे radar पे है. The fifth company is Tata Motors. So you see this is on an hourly chart, and this line was already there acting like a support, और exactly आज ये red खुली, and then it exactly took on support over here, right? और फिर उसके बाद वो reverse की. So this tells something that, you know, even if it was consolidating and not moving up, still when the dip came, the support was given was given the respect. And this is exactly one of the scripts. टाटा मोटर्स के बारे में मैं 4th of June या 3rd of June को ओवर अ लॉन्ग टर्म इन्वेस्टमेंट के बारे में बोला था, वेयर माई टारगेट्स इनिशियली वे 360, एंड देन आई हैड सम डिस्कस्ड ऑल्सो अबाउट माई मीडियम टर्म टारगेट्स, बट दिस वर फॉर इन्वेस्टमेंट पर्सपेक्टिव, लेकिन यहाँ पे फ्रॉम ट्रेडिंग पर्सपेक्टिव वी कैन सी जो फर्स्ट आवर में जो आई थी और ये डिप एकदम ये सपोर्ट लाइन को रिस्पेक्ट की एंड देन इट मूव्ड अप एंड इट वाज जस्ट शाई ऑफ 52 वीक हाई. सो ये 52 वीक हाई जो प्रीवियस था यहाँ पे विच वाज 358 अभी यहाँ पे है. सो आई थिंक गोइंग फॉरवर्ड इट विल ट्राई टू डिप एंड कंसोलिडेट बिटवीन 350 and 355, and I am pretty much sure that very soon this breakout will come in, and if this breakout comes in then I can easily expect a level of 375 to 380. So let's have a look into this one. So Tata Motors, oh okay, I also am carrying positions in Tata Motors because I also tweeted about it. It was around about 350. When it was at 350 I exactly tweeted that and I made my position today and I'm still carrying it. So this was about Tata Motors. The sixth company is something which you guys should be also looking at. Normally I don't trade until and unless there is an explicit need to, but I think Reliance is now one of the companies which I would be interested in, and the whole reason is Reliance has been able to maintain its see, from a trading perspective, there are some patterns which do emerge, and then when these patterns emerge, these should be traded. And this was I also took a trade in Reliance where I booked out at 3550 and I tweeted about it. Those positions were made around about 2220 levels intraday. And this is exactly the closing which Reliance gave, but now Reliance is sitting at a very is sitting in a resistance, and you see it was tested twice earlier and this is the third time. Because of Nifty, I think it may again try to consolidate and try to take support between 2211 levels, and we will see. But no matter what, if 2260 levels are taken out, you can expect a really good move in Reliance, and Reliance would definitely be one of the counters which I would be trading and interested to trade right now. The only reason I also tweeted, someone was asking about Reliance about 2211 levels, so I will try to keep a stop loss in 2211 levels over here, and try to see if it is able, or at least 2205 levels. And now you can see it's already in the range. Going forward, I think Reliance may give us a very good move, and some moves, something which came like this, where this is exactly, you can see this was broke out a support, and then again a support which got breached, and then it acted as a resistance, and now it's consolidating between 2160 and 2260. But I think going forward it may very well try to take out the all-time high if the market sentiments are not ruined because of more of this Adani related news flows, which doesn't play good, and maybe if the sentiments are not bad from a promoter perspective, then Reliance is poised to run. And one of the other reasons which I see is the whole world knows that the AGM is scheduled in the next 10 days, so maybe that's exactly the reason why you see this strength, as people are expecting some news. But going forward, I won't be very much interested in taking positions if 2260 is not broken convincingly, and if I get time I will also post a video on it. The sixth company which I would be talking about is Vipro. So you see this is an hourly chart. Since 14th of last month until 1 month it has given a very good run, and today okay, as you remember in the very beginning हम लोग बात किए थे, तब हमने ये बोला था कि IT is one of the defensive sectors, and so if the market sentiments are not good, so IT is one of the sectors where people would enter. And this is the first, and the second thing is Vipro is at all-time high. So these two factors are like bonus which you can get in any trading environment. And एक कंपनी जो एक डिफेंसिव सेक्टर में है और एक कंपनी जो ऑल टाइम हाई में है, सो आई थिंक दिस इज वन ऑफ द थिंग्स विच यू हैव टू दिस एक्चुअली देयर आर टू टेल विंस फॉर दिस पर्टिकुलर कंपनी Wipro. And you see that even if even today it was able to give a very solid green candle, and the reason for it is in the morning, everyone when every the market was in shock. It opened around about 553, and then it went towards 562. So it gave a 2%, around about 2% move, and then it actually kept on moving like this. So maybe Vipro is also something which would be of interest to me. I can see a very interesting pattern over here, and here you can see that multiple times the support has been taken, and it's trying to move up. So whenever it comes near this line, so you can try to add some positions, and then when it starts moving up just like this candle or this candle, then add more positions over here, and so then you will be able to take some very positive trades, and that would be a good intraday trade for you. The sixth company is NMDC, and this is also some of the one of the companies which so we are looking at our hourly chart. So it's going towards this 195 levels multiple times, and then it's actually facing a resistance. You can see it faced and it faced, but right now it's actually making a very good cup and handle pattern. The pattern is not yet complete, but going forward, I think if you keep on so one of the things is this was how the market started. So it started off red, the immediate candle was a green buy, and then throughout the day it consolidated between this narrow range of 185 and 186. So going forward, I think it will try to go for at least 190 and 192 from here, if not 196 over here. And if NMDC the sentiments are right, then theoretically we can expect a very soon a breakout which will try to go towards this new 52-week high, which was around about 200. So this is on a daily chart. You can see that it made a pattern similarly much earlier, and then there was a nice consolidation, and then it moved. So what we need is we need to position ourselves in over here, and over here, so that we can make some profit. Now why over here is basically then you are trying to see if this particular level is breached, because this was acting like resistance. So you want to see if this breached, and then immediately it comes out. When it comes out, this actual, and hence you see that this level 128 was never touched again, right? So these are very important. And similarly you can see this is certainly the case, which I think going forward is also going to be working for NMDC. So you can keep say if you're making some positions, maybe a dip towards 184, right, and 182, this would be a good positions, and you can definitely keep 177 as your stop loss if you want. बट आई थिंक आज टुडे निफ्टी आज निफ्टी वीक थी, फिर भी इसने इमीडिएट रिवर्स करके अच्छे से कंसोलिडेट किया, विच शोज दैट people are actually expecting some good move in NMDC in the very short term. फोर्थ कंपनी है, सेवन्थ एट्थ कंपनी जो भी है वो है पावर ग्रिड, एंड दिस इज़ एग्जैक्टली आई ट्वीटेड अबाउट इट एंड आई मेड अ वीडियो ऑफ पावर ग्रिड ओवर द वीकेंड. में संडे को एक वीडियो बनाया था जिसमें मैं पावर ग्रिड और Devious Lab, SBI card, ये सब डिस्कस किया था. एंड दिस इज एज आई सेड, Devious पावर ग्रिड मेड एन ऑल टाइम हाई टुडे. सो द सेम लॉजिक कि जो कंपनी अगर वीक निफ्टी में भी ऑल टाइम हाई बनाती है, सो दीज आर सम ऑफ द कंपनीज विच शुड बी इन योर रेडर. और यहाँ पे हम लोग देख रहे हैं कि सुबह खुल के ही उसको एक डिप आया था, एंड दिस इज एग्जैक्टली व्हाट इज हैपनिंग सिंस लास्ट फ्यू आवर्स. सो ये ऑन दिस 2-3 sessions ago, whenever it makes this was an all-time high, and then sell-off came, and then again it moved up, then again it opened with a all-time high, sell-off came, it opened with an all-time high, sell-off came, it opened with an all-time high, sell-off came, and now it's broken. Now that level is broken, the 247 level. So going forward, I think this is one of the companies which can give a very good move, and hopefully we should be ready for taking a momentum trade in power grid. But if you want more detailed analysis, you can look into that video which I posted earlier on the weekend. One of the companies next is Apollo Hospitals. So I have tweeted about Apollo Hospital today also, and the reason was the same reason which we saw in Tata Motors. So it started with a big fat red, and then it eventually took support where it's supposed to be taking, and now it's, so here you can see this is a very interesting pattern. So it goes towards 3360, and then there is a sell-off which comes in, and now it's trying to consolidate in this region. So going forward, I would be tracking this 3360 levels for a breakout, which I think can happen very easily, and maybe it will consolidate and it will try to take support around about 3320 levels. But no matter what, this company is poised to give a move. Apollo Hospital में 3360 levels में ये कैसे रिएक्ट करती है वो देख के हम लोग अपना पोजीशन बनाएंगे, और बेसिकली ये 3420 levels इसका ऑल टाइम हाई था. So maybe we would be able to and if you look in the very longer time frame, you can see a very interesting thing, something like this. So ये उसका मेजर सपोर्ट लाइन है ऑन अ लॉन्गर टाइम फ्रेम, एंड राइट नाउ आज निफ्टी में वीकनेस के बावजूद इट डिडंट कम एंड रीटच दिस फॉर वैलिडेशन, और इट ट्राई टू गिव अ ब्रेकआउट, अर्लियर ब्रेकआउट यहाँ पे, and then it failed, but it didn't fail miserably, and is now trying to regain that. So this actually showcases that there is a lot of strength in Apollo Hospital, and going forward we may be seeing some move. The last company, actually it's not the last, and there are two bonus companies I'm going to discuss after this, but at least the last company is for now, which has this particular pattern, is Dabur, and Dabur has been working really good since long. I tweeted about Dabur when it broke this 560 barrier. You can find it at my Twitter handle, and then it went for 572 plus today. And as I said again, Dabur is an FMCG sector, so basically with the sell-off, this first huge candle came in, and then it is consolidating between a very tight zone of 567.8 to 571. So throughout the day वो यही किया, और अगर मैं डेली चार्ट में देखूं तो मैं यही बोल सकता हूँ कि इसका ऑल टाइम हाई वेरी नज़दीक है, इट्स वेरी नियर 583. आई थिंक द वे गोदरेज जेसीपी, गोदरेज कंज्यूमर प्रोडक्ट्स और एल्केम, सॉरी डाबर, ये दोनों कंपनी मुझे लगती हैं कि वेरी सुन दे आर गोइंग टू टच देयर ऑल टाइम हाई. सो लेट्स सी. सो अदर देन दिस देयर आर टू कंपनीज जो मैं बहुत जिसमें मैं पोजीशन बनाया एज BTST, एंड आई वाज वेरी मच सरप्राइज्ड टू सी द मूव एट द वेरी एंड. इज वन ऑफ देम इज Devious Lab, जो जिसका एनालिसिस मैं पहले भी किया था. सो यू विल गेट द लॉजिक ऑफ व्हाई आई एंटर्ड Devious Lab इन द वीडियो विच आई पोस्टेड ऑन ओवर द वीकेंड, जो आपको चैनल पे मिल जाएगा. और यहाँ पे इसका मेन रीज़न था इज़ दिस वन. सो दिस इज़ ऑन अ डेली एंड दिस इज़ ऑन एन आवरली चार्ट. सो ऑन द आवरली चार्ट यू कैन सी दैट इट स्टार्टेड ऑफ, एंड देन इट्स for the 2-3 hours it was making a very good consolidating between a very tight range, and going forward I can very well see that the 4426 levels or the 4430 levels will get broken, and eventually it will try and go and make a new all-time high. This is about Devious Lab. The second company जिसमें मैं पोजीशन बनाया during closing was Bata. I think you all understand why I made a position in Bata, and the basic reason is Bata में अगर आप देखो, Bata went for a huge consolidation. मतलब this was spread across, this is on an hourly chart, so it was spread across for a fortnight, 2 वीक तक ये कंसोलिडेट करके फिर ये एक ब्रेकआउट दी थी, और ये ब्रेकआउट दे के फिर यहाँ पे सेल ऑफ आया. दिस वाज ऑल टाइम हाई ऑफ 1651, और रादर द 52 वीक हाई. और लेकिन फिर भी हम देख सकते हैं कि बाटा इज़ actually is 52 week is 1680 इस रीजन में. सो इट्स राइट नाउ ये 1641 में है. बट यू कैन सी दैट even with the green one, this green candle जब भी आती है, still it's buyers are there at 1600 levels, and और यही reason था कि आज मैं गया. So today in the morning it started off with the red as usual, and the next candle it tried to take a support, and eventually it got a support, and then eventually it moved up, and this was exactly the reason why I created a position during closing. I think going forward अगर 1660 levels अगर चले गए, if it's broken convincingly, So I think this script can very well give us some very quick move towards its 52-week high. So these are a few of the companies जो मेरे radar में अभी हैं in FNO space, और ये वही companies हैं जो अच्छे से डिप के बाद एक रिकवर की और अदर एज मैं बोला या कंसोलिडेट की. लेट मी नो व्हाट यू थिंक अबाउट दिस वीडियो. सॉरी फॉर टेकिंग आउट टाइम एंड मेकिंग. मैं चाहता कि ये वीडियो छोटी हो, लेकिन सिंस देयर वर सो मेनी कंपनीज विच आई वांटेड टू डिस्कस, सो you should be getting all the information hopefully from this video, and hope this video was helpful to you to understand why I am looking into these companies and what are the levels I am interested in. There were 3 companies or 4 companies which I am not discussing over here. One of them is Alchem Labs, the other is ICICI Prudential Life Insurance, just because I have already discussed and made a video on ICICI Pru. Also Godrej JCP is one of the companies which I have not discussed here. You can have a look over there. Tata Motors is also one of the companies which is also discussed. And other than that, there are 2 companies, AU Finance, Small Finance Bank, and India Bull Housing Finance. ये 2 companies में मैं trade नहीं करता. So hope this video was helpful, and thanks a lot for listening. And let's see what happens. Today is 14th of June, and have a nice evening. Yeah, Tata.